Hey there guys, Danny here, welcome to my ramblings. So when I started these videos, the purpose of it was to help people find their true authentic self and learn to love themselves. Basically, energetically level up. But I struggled throughout all these videos to figure out how to explain to you how to start that process. And I have now figured it out. It's taken me almost, this January 2025 will be 5 years that I've been working on energetically leveling up and finding my true authentic self and loving myself. And some of the stuff was hard, but honestly, I have no regrets. I'm a much happier, at peace person than I ever have been in my life. So, if you're looking to energetically level up, to learn to love yourself and find your true authentic self, here's what you need to do. I want you to take a pen and paper, or if you want to, write it on your laptop or your computer or on your phone, whatever. I don't care. You just need to be able to write things down. I want you to write down every single thing somebody told you you couldn't do. Not that you shouldn't or that you wouldn't, but that you couldn't do. That you cannot do. I want you to write all of it down. Whatever it is, whether it's you made a comment once that you'd like to sing in front of people. You said in front of people, you did not say the size of the crowd, but the other person took it into context as a concert for some major band or singer and said, oh, you can't do that, that's a hard industry to get into. But you didn't specify and get into the specifics. The truth is, they put a seed, they planted a seed in your head, making you think that you can't have what you want. The truth is, you can. You have to get rid of that preconditioning. You have to get rid of that stuff that people told you that you've held on to and you've believed. Because the truth is, that's not who you are. That's somebody else putting themselves onto you. It's projection. And say you want to sing in front of people. You could attend a church and sing in the choir. You could go to an open mic night at a bar or a poetry place and sing in front of people. You could grab a guitar and play on the street if you wanted to for people. I mean, honestly, if you want to sing in front of people, you can. There's nobody saying you can't, and anybody who said that is wrong. They're projecting what they think onto you, and that's not fair. So I want you to write down everything that anybody has ever told you. I don't care who they are. Has ever told you cannot do. Write it all down. Once you have it all written down, I want you to go back from the top of the list all the way down to the bottom. And I want you to write the name of each person that said these things to you. Each person. Now that you have the names of each person that has said this to you, I want you to think back to that conversation and how that went. And I want you to realize that the moment they said that to you, although you may have been a little hurt or upset or even irritated, I want you to realize that that triggered you and you kept it inside of you. Even if you don't really consciously think about the fact that you can't do it because this person said, I want you to think about how you internalize this. Because once you realize that these projections of what you cannot do is their opinion, it's what they think they cannot do. That's not you. And you don't have to take that on. But we are taught in our society, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know here in America, we are taught in our society that you know, you've got to listen to your friends and your family. You do to an extent, but if they're hindering you or they're holding you back from being the best person you possibly can be, that's not the people that you want. They're not gonna support your growth, learning to find your true authentic self and love yourself, because they aren't. And like I've said in several videos before, misery loves company. They want to keep you where you're at. So make the list of everything that somebody told you, that people told you cannot do. Write the name of the person and then think back to those and realize, notice. You'll start to notice once you look back at it. You'll start to notice, oh my God, I did take that on. That's why I thought I couldn't do it. Okay, that's not mine to have. I'm getting rid of it. It's gonna pop in your head a few times. You're gonna think about it. You're gonna sit with it for a bit of time. But eventually you're gonna go, that's not my problem. And you're gonna let it go. And then your list is no matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It's no good. It doesn't matter. Now, from here on, when somebody says that you cannot do something, you're gonna look at them and say, well, that's just because you don't think it's possible. But that's okay. I know that it is. And the more you have faith in yourself, the more you learn to find your true authentic self and love yourself, the more you have faith in yourself. And here's the one thing that nobody understands. So we live in a society here in the country that thinks that everything's lacking. We're lacking everything. Technically, you're not. There's more than enough going around. The problem is you get stuck in that lacking mindset and think that you can't get out. You can get out. You have to find a way out. And you can. You're smart enough. We all are. You're stuck struggling day to day financially. There are things you could cut out and get your money and save some money. Whether you believe it or not, I don't care what your income is. And I will tell you, because last year I couldn't work majority of the year because of my accident. I only made $28,000 last year. But I've been able to survive. And what I'm trying to tell you is you cut things out. So if you're a smoker, well, guess what? You don't need those cigarettes. I don't care how much of a craving you have. If you desperately want to get out of trouble, financial trouble, you're going to fucking cut back, or you're going to get rid of certain expenses you do not need. Now you've freed up some money. Now you can stash part of it away and use the other part to pay off any debt and get caught up. It's going to take a while, but that doesn't matter. The more you do it and the more you see that you're making progress, that's going to add to your finding your true authentic self and learning to love yourself. And the more you start to do these things that put you heading where you want to go, you start to realize nobody was holding me back but me, because you were buying into the preconditioning that everybody gave to you. So you got to get rid of the preconditioning in order for you to start moving forward. Say that your job sucks and you're tired of dealing with it, but it pays enough money. Well, you're stuck there. You've already been dealing with it this long. Why not take some classes? Or why not start looking for other jobs and update your resume? Or spend a few bucks and have somebody professional design your resume. Whatever. There are ways out. You have to. We tend to look at the big picture of it and go, oh my God, this is overwhelming. No. You see the big picture. This is where you're headed. That big picture that you see, that dream, that want, that whatever, that is your big picture. That's where you're headed. But you gotta take small baby steps to get started to get there. And I don't care how small those steps are. I don't care if the only thing you're saving every payday is $10. The truth is, over time, you're going to see things grow. And as it grows, you're going to grow with it, because you're going to start to realize, oh my God, I'm in total control of this. And the more you do that, the more you start to realize, okay, I have power, I can do this, and I'm going to do it. And the closer you get to it, and then when what it is that you want, you get, you're so excited, but you appreciate it more. And here's why you appreciate it more: because you had to work so hard to get it. So you're going to be way more appreciative of what that big picture was, because of all the little steps that you had to take to get there. But all those little steps, honestly, are the part that are the most important, because that's what's changing you. That's what's bringing you to your authentic self and learning to love yourself. That's what those steps are. They're important. Do not overlook the steps. Everybody thinks, oh, well, I've got to have this right now. We got to get over this instant gratification crap. It's not healthy. It's not how things work. You want to go through the long process journey of it, because that's going to build you. It's going to build your resilience. It's going to build your faith in yourself. It's going to teach you how to love yourself, value yourself, and have self-respect. And all of these things energetically level you up. Once your energy gets up there, you start to you start to interact with people that are also at that energetic level. You're still going to deal with the other people that aren't growing, and that's fine. They don't have to grow. It's on everybody's own terms if they want to grow or not. But if they don't want to grow, here's the part that I think was the hardest. If they don't want to grow and they're happy where they're at and you're growing, they can't go with you. The hardest part is you have to say, okay, well, you're not growing and I am, and I can't stay stuck here because my eyes have been opened to, I can have my dreams, I just got to keep working. This person doesn't want to move forward. That's fine, there's no judgment there, but they can't come with you. They're not at your energetic level, so you have to say goodbye. You don't necessarily have to say goodbye as in they're out of your life permanently, but you can't be in constant contact with them. You can't be constantly around them because they're going to drag your energy levels down, and that's going to make your battle even harder. So I think that was the hardest part about learning all of this, finding my true authentic self and loving myself. The hardest part was realizing that I had to say goodbye to a lot of people. And I didn't necessarily say goodbye to them. I just distanced myself. And I will be able to be around these people. That's not an issue. But I know that I can't be around them constantly because they're not working on themselves. And if they're not working on themselves, they're going to drag you down to their level, and you don't want to go there. It's going to cause you extra stress on your journey of getting to where you want to go. So make a list of all the people who told you cannot do something. Write their name by each one of the things that they said you cannot do, and start reviewing them. Let's get you to find your true authentic self and love yourself, because honestly, the more of us that are out here doing this, the greater the world's going to become. So, I hope you listen, and I hope you get something out of this. If you want to talk, if you want to contact me, or have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out. I'll leave my contact information down below. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Bye. Love ya.